Meanwhile, officials in Volusia County just confirmed that 4 people have died as a result of Milton.
Yeah, we want to bring in West 2's Haley Crumblehome, who's live in Volusia County. Haley, you were there during that press conference clarifying that information about these deaths. What do we know about them?
So we know that 2 of these deaths, people were killed when trees fell on their home. The other 2 appear to be cardiac related incidents. And it's really very tragic. People were hunkering down at home thinking they were doing the right thing. And then a tree falls on the home and kills them. We know one of the people that were killed was a 54-year-old woman in Port Orange. The other was a 79-year-old woman in Ormond Beach. And the sheriff says that that woman and her husband was actually home with her and was injured, but he was able to survive. The other people, one was a 34-year-old that had a cardiac incident and emergency services couldn't get to him in time. And another person had a cardiac incident while boarding up their home. Now, unfortunately, at this point, the number of deaths could still go up. The sheriff says they're still assessing things. They're doing things like looking at cars that have been left in ditches or bodies of water. And he said that some people didn't have cell service today. So if something happened, if they found someone, they maybe weren't able to call the sheriff's office yet, or they're still working through some of those calls, responding to incidents. So at this point, there is potential, unfortunately, for more deaths. And at this point, the sheriff said that we're just 1 death shy of the 5 that they had following Hurricane Ian. So really just tragic, some of the damage, some of the things that have been caused by Milton at this point. And because there are still hazards out there, there's still downed wires, there's still debris, the sheriff actually instituted a curfew for Volusia County. People need to be off the roads by 9 p.m. He says they're really trying to avoid any further injury here. Jesse and Michelle.
All right, Haley, last night you were live there as the winds started to pick up, that northern edge of Milton as it was coming through. You kept repeating, we saw in your live reports how the winds, kind of the gusts kept coming and going, coming and going. Here you are now in the daylight hours. Just to catch folks up a little bit, what's it been like in Volusia County throughout the stretch that you've been there?
It's slow going, Jesse, because so many people are without power. There are a ton of traffic lights without power. There are a significant amount of trees down. There's debris everywhere. There's quite a bit of water in a lot of neighborhoods. So the damage is evident. You're really not finding a neighborhood here where it just looks like business as usual. And getting through town is slow because of some of those hazards, some of what's down there, and just the fact that there's no traffic lights. There's a lot of confusion for a lot of people.